Alright, so this is going to be a guide on how to use Appsheet for the monthly meter reads, or bi-monthly or however often. But so to start off, when you open Appsheet after you've signed in, you should have this page. Down the bottom left, you want to click Admin Site List, and it will bring up all the states. Well, for me, it will be all the states, but for you, it would probably just be one. For this example, we're going to use Queensland. So you select Queensland, and in here you'll have the full list of states, of sites in that state. Now, if your site isn't in here, just let the supervisor know, and try and fix it up. But for this one, we'll be using Imagine Drift. So if we select Imagine Drift, now we have on here basically the name, a key. Pay no attention to that. That's just a unique identifier for the site that we use for the system. So that's not necessarily a key that you need for that site. So just ignore that. You have the address, which if you tap on that, it will take you to a Google Maps link. State, link to the read sheet, and then the reading start date. But for this one, we're going to do link to the read sheet. So you want to tap on that, and it will take you to the meter list. So this is the full list of meters that is on your route or on the site list, and you can scroll up and down all the way and see all of them. The way it's sorted is the red dot will signify if the meter has been read or not. So if it's red, that means it hasn't been read yet. The meter hasn't been read yet. If it's green, it means the meter has been read. And if it's black, then you've skipped it, basically. Next one is the meter number. So that's over here next to the dot. Then you have the tenancy number, which is in here. And then you have the utility type. And so you can scroll through here and just look through the list. Or you can use the search function up here to search for, like a meter number, something like that, and it will bring up the thing. If you want to do that, and then you just tap on the X to clear it. So you can use that to basically go through the overview and see if you've gotten everything, if they're all green or if they're all red or whatever. You can check if they're all done. These two at the bottom that have a blue flag on them, we'll come back to that later. But for now, we'll go from the start. So to get into and read the meter, basically just select the first meter that you're at or on the list. And again, we've got the same red dot, which signifies whether the read has been completed. You've got the meter number. We've got utility type. Tenancy. Then here we've got the total. So this is where you want to enter the reading in here. So for example, I'll go, if I tap on that, it will bring up a keypad and it will be circled in green. So if we just put in 1, 2, 3, 4, for example, and then tap away, you can see that this turns green now, which means that the meter's been read. And if I clear it out, it will go back to being read. The most important thing is that we've got this green outline around it, that you need to ensure when you put the read in that you tap away after you've done and that you see it go green. Otherwise, it won't save. So for example, if I put the read in, if I want to go to the next one, what I can do is I can drag my finger from the right to left and it will take me to the next read. If I go back by dragging left to right, you can see that the read is still there. But if I clear, let's say I clear it out, I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I haven't tapped away, and I slide across, then I slide back. It hasn't been saved. So you need to make sure that when you put the read in, 1, 2, 3, 4, tap away, make sure it goes green, and then you can slide across to the next one. Next we've got over here, let's say we need to skip a meter, so we can't get in for whatever reason. Open up the skip reason, and you'll have a whole list of skips that you can decide between, whichever is the most suitable you would use. So if the display is off, you would want to select off supply. Overgrown, let me get rid of that. Overgrown, if the meter is overgrown. Removed, the meter is removed, you're certain it's been taken away. Blocked, there's some sort of blockage stopping you from getting in. You can ignore probed, that's only if you have a tablet and you've probed it. Lock broken, something that's stopping you from getting in. Zero read, if the meter is showing a 0, you can use zero read because it doesn't really let you put zeros in. You can use that as a backup or instead of that. Closed, obviously, if the shop is closed. Buried, that's if it's a water meter, it's buried under the ground. Meter change, now this one you would use if you get to a meter and the meter number is different and you're certain you're at the right place, but the tendency's correct, for example, and you've got the wrong meter, the wrong meter numbers there. You do put meter changed. Then you will go put in the meter number, let's say 12B 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that. Then maybe put the read in 3, 4. Tap away so you know it's saved, and then what you want to do is you want to tap on this one, the photos. So you want to take a photo of the meter, tap on that, take a photo, and get the meter and tap the middle button, take a photo. Get rid of that. Tap on the meter, take a photo, and then click the tick, and it will display the photo there, whatever it is. Then it's definitely changed and you've got a photo of it as evidence. So let's clear that out. Keys missing. If there's no keys in the key box. Vacant, you've got a vacant property or shop, can't locate, can't find the meter. Key safe empty, that's kind of like keys missing. No access, you'd use if it's locked. Do not read, probably don't need to use that one. And then construction or hoarding, if there's some sort of construction or something in front of it. Now if none of those work, or you just want to be quick about it, just tap other comment and put in whatever comment you want to put in off the top of your head, whatever you can refuse access or something like that, if that happens. So yeah, you can do that. Now in the previous two, you can see obviously we've got just the total register here. Now some sites you'll need to take more registers than just the total, like the peak and the off peak. If that's necessary, it'll show up here. If you do come across a meter and it has all the registers on it, that means that you do need to get those registers. So you just put in 1, 2, well, actually, let's make it easier. Let's go 2000, tap away. You see it goes green, but you still need to put in the rest. So let's say 1500 and 500. And you just want to kind of in your head, just have a think and make sure they add up. They should add up. If you're not sure which registers are correct, the peak and the peak and the off peak should add up to the total. If you're not sure which registers to take, otherwise just call a supervisor and they'll tell you what to do. Then of course, if you come across a register and it only has the total, you only have the total there, but you're pretty sure that there are peak and off-peak registers, you can just add them in the comments. So you just put like peak 1000, off-peak 234, something like that. And then we can review it and then maybe get a photo if you need to, so that you're aware, so the supervisor can look at it and then change it for the next cycle. And then sometimes you'll have other registers, so you'll have like a total, peak, and a shoulder and an off peak. But again, only if they're there. If you see them on the list, then you'll probably need to put them in. If it's not on the list, then you don't need to put them in. So you can just keep that in mind. So if we go 3000, 500. 500. And yeah, and so what we can do now is if we go back up the top left, we tap the back button, you can see now that all of these little dots have changed color to signify that we've either put a read in or we've put a skip in. And we would do that for each of the meters. Again, you can do it, let's go back in, however you like. If you want to stay on the meters and then go through and swipe across like that, or you can just go into 1 meter, go out, go back into the next one, etc, etc. Sometimes there'll be more info as well on here than what's here. So like you'll have a location or a level or something like that. If that's the case, you know, you'll see it in here. You'll see little extra registers. One of those registers, if we go back down to the bottom, to those blue flags, these two at the bottom, and open this one, what you'll see is a row that says job instruction. Job instruction basically means there'll be something specific that we need for the meter in that cycle. In this instance, it'll be a photo. And whenever you have a job instruction on a job, the tenancy will have a blue flag on it added, and it will be in bold. And you can see that in the meter listing or, in the meter or on the listing here. So it's just a quick way for us to be able to say to whoever's out in the field, hey, you know, if you're scanning through here, pay attention to this. We need you to get a photo or add a location, or you know, get a read for this certain register or something along those lines. Usually it's a photo though, so just keep that in mind. And if you see it, you know, put the read in and then do whatever the instruction says. So you can take a photo of something, and then or add a location. So for example, it could be a switch room, like, you know, TSB 3.2, or like next to target, something like that. And then I can update that, or whoever's supervising can update that for the next cycle. You can see, you know, we do have an extra kind of row here for the location. So yeah, so that's just kind of to help us, you know, improve the list for whoever's reading the site. Now, you might notice up the top, we've got a where the refresh button was up here. There's a number and a 30 on it. Basically, if you see a red number over here, that means that something has been updated or changed, and we need to refresh it. This will happen on its own if you have an active internet connection or mobile data connection. But if not, it will kind of tally them and, over the course of however long, update them. So if I turn internet back on, what we should see is that number start to go down. So 30 just means that we've made 30 changes, and basically they haven't been uploaded to the system, to the cloud or wherever, so we can't get them. Looks like it's not going automatically. So what you can do is, if you don't want to wait, you can just press the refresh button and it will start saving the changes. And it will run through them. You need to stay on this screen while it's going, or else it will cut away and it won't work. All right, so we'll let that run and then come back. No numbers up here where the refresh button is, which means that yeah, it's all worked. So basically that's pretty much how you use it. Go through at the end of your route or at the end of the site. Once you're done, just have a look through and make sure there's no red dots on your list here. You just slowly have a look through, and yeah, again, key things are, when you're entering a reading in, you have to want to really make sure, tap away. It's very easy to forget to do that, and then you miss a read or something like that. And yeah, if you've got any issues, just give the supervisor a call and they'll help you out. I think up here we've got an edit function, but nothing really in here. It's basically the same thing. Yeah, so that's it.